Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered why you just don't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your joints are stiffer in the morning. Maybe your stomach feels a little bloated for no reason. Or maybe you've just been feeling a little off and you can't quite put your finger on it. Well, here's something most people don't know. A tiny drop of oil, yes, castor oil, placed on your belly button might just be the small, strange, and surprisingly effective habit that brings back the balance you've been missing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The belly button? Really? But stay with me. Because this isn't just some folktale your grandmother told you. This is a time-tested healing practice that ancient doctors swore by, and modern seniors around the world are rediscovering it with amazing results. Feeling tired all the time? This could be the reason. And it's not what you think. Your navel, or pichanda, as it's called in Ayurveda, is more than just a leftover from birth. It's a nerve-rich center that connects to more than 70,000 veins and millions of tiny nerves. So, when you stimulate it, especially with the right oil, you're not just treating the skin. You're communicating directly with your internal systems. And that's where castor oil comes in. You've probably heard of castor oil before. Maybe your parents used it when you had a tummy ache or to clean you out. But today, we're not drinking it. We're applying it gently on the navel to support everything from better sleep to improved digestion. And if that sounds too simple to be true, I promise, you'll be surprised by just how powerful this little practice can be. So let's settle in, grab a warm cup of tea, and talk about how this old doctor's remedy could be the quiet hero your body's been waiting for. In this video, we'll walk through how castor oil on the belly button can help with 10 different health concerns, from constipation and joint pain to insomnia and hormone imbalance. We'll also show you exactly how to apply it and when to do it for best results. But for now, let's dive into the first health concern it can help with. And this one affects almost every senior I know. Have you been struggling with bloating or constipation? Even though your diet hasn't changed much, you're not alone. Constipation becomes more common as we age, and it's not just uncomfortable. It can make you feel sluggish, heavy, and even affect your mood. But here's the fascinating part. Applying warm castor oil to the belly button for just a few minutes before bed can stimulate the bowels and promote natural elimination. You see, castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, a rare, powerful compound that helps reduce inflammation and stimulate circulation. When absorbed through the skin around the navel, it works its way into the digestive tract and helps encourage gentle movement, all without the harsh side effects of over-the-counter laxatives. Think of it like giving your digestive system a little nudge in the right direction, without forcing it. One woman told me she started doing this every night before bed. Just a few drops rubbed into her navel with a warm compress. And within 3 days, she noticed her belly felt lighter and she wasn't as gassy after meals. I didn't even change my diet, she said, but I finally felt like things were moving again. Sometimes it really is that simple. Now let's talk about something that's even more frustrating than constipation: poor sleep. Do you ever toss and turn at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling exhausted but unable to switch off your brain? You're not imagining it. As we get older, our melatonin levels naturally drop, and our nervous systems don't calm down as easily. But here's the kicker. The belly button is closely connected to your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that helps you rest, digest, and relax. By applying castor oil before bedtime, again, just a small amount gently massaged into the navel, you help calm the nervous system. It's like pressing the body's natural sleep switch. Some people like to place a warm washcloth or heating pad over their belly for 10 minutes afterward to help the oil absorb more deeply and increase circulation. It's relaxing, comforting, and almost meditative, the perfect wind-down ritual after a long day. And you know what? Sometimes Better sleep doesn't come from fancy gadgets or expensive supplements. Sometimes it comes from returning to simple, forgotten habits that have worked for generations. Old doctors used to say, if the belly is at peace, the body is at peace. And I believe they were onto something. Now, you might be wondering, okay, it helps with constipation. It helps with sleep. What else? Well, here's where it gets even more interesting. Many seniors quietly deal with hormonal imbalances that nobody talks about. Yes, even after menopause or andropause, our bodies are still shifting. Symptoms like night sweats, anxiety, thinning hair, dry skin, and even weight gain around the midsection can all be tied to hormones that are slightly out of sync. Castor oil, when absorbed through the belly button, may help support the endocrine system, especially the adrenal glands and thyroid. Some natural health practitioners believe the navel is like a messenger station, sending signals to the glands through the subtle energy pathways in the body. And while more research is still emerging, many people report feeling more balanced and less irritable after a few weeks of this nightly ritual. Here's what one retired nurse told me. I started putting castor oil on my navel every night before bed, and after 2 weeks, I noticed my mood wasn't swinging as much. I just felt steadier, calmer. I didn't expect it to help with that, but it did. Now, of course, I always remind people, this isn't a miracle cure. Castor oil won't fix everything overnight, but what it can do is gently support the systems your body already has in place. It's about giving your body the tools to heal and balance itself, not forcing or fighting it. Are you worried about losing your independence as you age? Here's how to stay in control: by embracing small, consistent habits that keep your digestion, sleep, and energy levels working for you, not against you. Because when your gut is moving, your nerves are calm, and your hormones are humming along. You feel like yourself again, not just older. Not just managing, but living. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really felt good in your body? Not just okay, but light, clear, and energized? The truth is, you don't need to accept discomfort as the new normal. You deserve to feel better, to wake up with ease, and to go to sleep without racing thoughts or bloated bellies. The secret to adding 10 healthy years to your life is simpler than you think. It starts with small things, like a little drop of oil, and the willingness to believe that your body is still capable of change. So tonight, when you're getting ready for bed, I invite you to try this. Warm a few drops of organic castor oil in your hands. Gently rub it into your belly button. Take a few deep breaths. Place a warm cloth over your stomach, close your eyes, and allow your body to receive it. That's it. And if you're wondering, is it safe? Yes, for most people, it's incredibly gentle. Just make sure you're using pure cold-pressed castor oil. If you have a medical condition or sensitive skin, it's always wise to check with your doctor first. But in general, this practice has been used for centuries across cultures, with a remarkable safety record. Now that we've talked about how castor oil can support digestion, sleep, and hormonal balance, there's another common issue it may help with that you don't want to miss, especially if you've been living with aches and stiffness for far too long. And here's something most people never consider when it comes to sleep: the state of your nervous system. If you're tossing and turning at night, waking up exhausted, or just feeling like your brain won't shut off, you're not alone. Millions of seniors struggle with poor sleep, and it's not always about melatonin or warm milk. Sometimes it's about calming the vagus nerve and bringing your whole body back into balance. This is where castor oil really shines. When gently massaged around the navel, especially before bedtime, castor oil acts as a natural sedative for the nervous system. It has this incredible way of communicating with your body through the enteric nervous system, what some scientists call our second brain in the gut. And when the gut feels calm, the mind follows. Several older holistic doctors have long believed that applying castor oil to the navel stimulates parasympathetic activity. That's the rest and digest mode, which helps the body drift into deeper, more restorative sleep. You may start noticing you're waking up fewer times in the night, or feeling more refreshed in the morning. And over time, that accumulated rest can improve everything from blood pressure to memory. Feeling tired all the time? This could be the reason, and it's not what you think. Now, let's talk about something we've all experienced at one point or another: constipation. It's uncomfortable, frustrating, and for many seniors, it becomes an all too regular part of life. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be. In fact, the solution might already be sitting in your bathroom cabinet. Old practitioners of Ayurveda and folk medicine often referred to castor oil as liquid gold for digestive sluggishness. When applied to the navel and lower abdomen, it doesn't just sit on the surface. It penetrates through the skin, reaching underlying tissues. Some believe it actually helps stimulate the smooth muscles of the intestine, encouraging peristalsis. That's the wave-like motion that moves waste through your colon. And unlike harsh chemical laxatives, this method is gentle. There's no cramping, no urgency, just a natural reminder to your body that it can go at its own pace. Some people notice results overnight, while for others, it builds over a few days. Either way, it helps restore a sense of control and comfort that so many of us are quietly missing. You might be wondering, why the navel? Why not just drink the castor oil or rub it on the belly? The answer lies in the body's intricate network of lymphatic pathways and acupressure points that converge right around the navel. Think of the belly button as the body's original power socket, where your umbilical cord once delivered everything your growing body needed. Even after birth, it remains a hub of energetic and physiological connections. This brings us to another surprising benefit: reducing inflammation in the joints. Achy knees, stiff fingers, sore hips, they're not just annoyances. They're obstacles that steal joy from daily life. Whether it's arthritis, past injuries, or just decades of wear and tear, inflammation is often the root of the pain. And castor oil, with its natural ricinoleic acid, is one of nature's most potent anti-inflammatory agents. When applied to the navel, especially during flare-ups, it appears to interact with the lymphatic system, helping to draw out toxins and reduce swelling from the inside out. Some seniors have even noticed less stiffness in the morning after consistent use, allowing them to move with more freedom and less fear. How to stay active and pain-free even with arthritis? The answer might surprise you. Now, I know this might all sound a little too simple to be true, and I get it. We've been conditioned to look for pills, prescriptions, and procedures. But sometimes, the most powerful healing comes from going back to basics. And when it comes to caring for your body, especially after 60, it's not about doing more. It's about doing what works and doing it gently with intention. It's easy to try. Warm a little castor oil, lie back comfortably, and place a few drops right over your navel. Massage it in slowly, in circular motions, letting your hands and breath move together. Make this a quiet ritual, maybe right before bed or first thing in the morning. Give it a week. See what shifts. Sometimes, the biggest results come from the smallest, most consistent acts. So far, we've seen how this simple practice can help calm the nervous system, support sleep, ease constipation, and soothe inflammation. But there's even more to uncover, and some of the next benefits may truly surprise you. By now, you've probably started to see castor oil in a whole new light. But what if I told you this same simple oil, applied right over your navel, could help balance your hormones, especially during those times when your body feels off and you can't quite explain why? Let's talk about hormonal imbalances, especially for women over 60. Menopause may be in the rearview mirror, but many still experience mood swings, hot flashes, stubborn belly fat, or that lingering sense of something's not quite right. Why? Because your body is still adjusting, and your liver plays a major role in that process. The navel area, just above the liver reflex point, becomes a strategic entry for castor oil's gentle yet powerful action. When you apply warm castor oil to this area regularly, it's believed to help support liver detoxification, allowing your body to process and eliminate excess hormones more efficiently. The result? Fewer mood crashes, better digestion, and even more stable energy levels throughout the day. Here's something old village doctors used to say: when the liver is light, the mind is clear. And many of their patients, especially older women, found renewed mental clarity and a sense of emotional calm just by keeping up this tiny bedtime ritual. And now, let's shift gears a bit, because there's a hidden system in your body that often goes ignored: the lymphatic system. This system is responsible for draining waste, reducing swelling, and protecting you from illness. But here's the thing: it doesn't have a pump. Unlike your heart, the lymphatic system depends on movement, walking, stretching, breathing, and when those slow down with age, toxins can build up. This is where castor oil works in harmony with your body. When massaged around the belly button, castor oil is believed to stimulate lymphatic drainage, especially in the abdominal nodes and lower trunk. That means less bloating, reduced puffiness, and even a stronger immune response. Some holistic therapists even apply a warm castor oil compress right over the navel during detox seasons, like spring or early autumn, to help their older patients reset their internal systems without harsh diets or supplements. It's a soft, nurturing way to support your body, not push it. And while we're on the topic of detox, let's talk about one of the quietest, most underestimated causes of fatigue in older adults: poor circulation. Cold hands and feet, dizziness when standing, or slow wound healing. All signs your blood isn't moving the way it should. Good news: the navel is also connected to a web of blood vessels that link directly to the digestive organs and the lower limbs. When castor oil is applied and gently massaged here, it helps warm the body's core, encourage blood flow, and relax arterial tension. Some seniors who do this before their morning walk or bedtime routine report feeling warmer, more alert, and less sluggish. And here's a beautiful bonus benefit: improved skin health. Yes, even from the belly button. Because when digestion, liver function, and circulation improve, so does the skin. Those mysterious rashes, dull patches, or even under-eye puffiness, they often start from within. This is why in traditional Indian households, grandmothers used to put a few drops of castor oil in their grandchildren's belly button at night, not just for health, but for beauty. The skin becomes more radiant when the internal systems are working in harmony. Let's take a breath. That's 7 powerful benefits so far, and we're not done yet. Still to come, we'll explore how this method may support vision, calm anxiety, and even improve fertility and gut-brain connection. Yes, even after 60. You won't want to miss what's next. Let's begin with something we often take for granted: our eyesight. As we age, blurry vision, eye strain, and dryness become more common, especially after years of reading, squinting at screens, or simply the wear of time. You might be surprised to hear this, but in ancient wellness systems, the eyes were believed to be directly connected to the liver and gut. And where do those systems meet? Right around the navel. Old Ayurvedic texts mention that regular castor oil application to the belly button helps reduce heat and inflammation throughout the body, including the eyes. Some elders noticed that, over time, their eyes felt less dry, less itchy, and even that morning cloudiness began to clear. This may be due to the oil's cooling nature and its indirect support for liver detox and hormonal stability, which both play a role in visual health. It's not a miracle, but it's a quiet, steady support system. And sometimes, That's exactly what our aging eyes need. Now let's speak honestly about something rarely discussed: anxiety and restlessness in older adults. Whether it's due to loneliness, uncertainty, health fears, or simply the changes that come with aging, many seniors find themselves feeling more anxious than they did in younger years. But here's the calming truth: the belly is a deeply emotional space. You've likely felt that gut feeling or butterflies before a big moment. That's not just a saying. The gut houses over 100 million neurons, often referred to as the second brain. And when your gut is out of balance, whether from poor digestion, chronic stress, or toxins, your mind can feel chaotic too. This is why applying warm castor oil to the navel can have a profoundly grounding effect. The gentle circular massage, the warmth of the oil, the quiet act of care, they all signal to the body that it is safe, that it can let go, that it can rest. Many seniors use this practice before meditation, prayer, or sleep, not as a cure, but as an anchor, a return to self. And finally, we arrive at the last benefit, one that carries deep emotional weight, even for those who believe their reproductive years are behind them. The navel is the very origin point of our life. Through it, we once received nourishment, warmth, and love. So it's no surprise that even after birth, this area holds emotional and energetic memory. In traditional healing, it is said that massaging castor oil into the navel helps clear old emotional trauma, especially feelings of abandonment, grief, or loss, whether they were spoken or silently carried for years. Older adults who've used this practice report a sense of emotional release. Not necessarily tears or drama, just a gentle, unexpected peace. As if some tension you didn't even know you were holding had quietly melted away. Some even say that over time, they feel more connected to themselves, to their past, and to those they've loved and lost. So there you have it, -10 deeply personal, gently powerful reasons why old doctors still recommend applying castor oil to the navel. 1. Deep sleep. 2. Calmer nerves. 3. Gentle relief from constipation. 4. Reduced joint inflammation. 5. Hormonal balance after 60. 6. Lymphatic drainage and detox. 7. Better circulation. 8. Clearer, more comfortable vision. 9. Emotional ease and anxiety relief. 10. Healing of stored grief and restoration of inner peace. And all of it, starting from a few simple drops at the center of your being. So tonight, perhaps as the world quiets down, warm a little castor oil. Sit for a moment, breathe, place your hand over your navel, and let this ancient wisdom become a part of your modern healing journey. Because sometimes the most profound changes come not from force, but from stillness. So now you know, sometimes the smallest rituals bring the deepest relief. Just a few drops of castor oil, a moment of quiet, and the center of your belly, your first home, becomes a doorway to healing. If this message touched something in you, I invite you to try it, not as a cure-all, but as a practice. A gentle, loving habit that honors your body, your age, and your journey. And if you do try it, come back and tell me. I'd love to hear what changed for you. Even if it's just better sleep, a calmer heart, or the simple joy of feeling cared for again. Share your thoughts. Have you ever used castor oil like this? Or do you have a healing tradition passed down from your parents or grandparents? Leave a comment. Your story may inspire someone else. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more natural remedies and senior wellness tips. And tap the bell so you won't miss the next one, because we have more healing secrets to uncover together. Until next time, stay warm, stay grounded, and remember, healing doesn't always have to be hard. Sometimes it begins with a soft touch and a return to your center.